so we met Lakayana at a networking event, and his story was amazing. He works for a nonprofit. You work for, or you actually are the creator of Word is Bond?
Yeah, one of the founders of Word is Bond.
Right, so you want to tell us a little bit about the nonprofit Word is Bond?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like really Word is Bond and the whole journey about it is really my journey here in Portland. You know, I've traveled around a lot of different cities, but Word is Bond is what keeps me grounded here in Portland. It really gives me purpose for what I do in the community here. After my first year of teaching at Rosemary Anderson High School, I was going to take a trip to Europe for the summer. You know, we get these nice summer vacations, so I was going to try to take advantage of it, right? Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I had been planning for a long time to do this trip around Europe, and I had this like whole thing planned out. I had plane tickets bought, I had train tickets. The only thing I had left to get was hotels. And so you know, I'm focused, just waiting on one more paycheck. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. And the CEO of my school, Joe McFerrin, called me up, who I didn't really know at the time, not really well, and he was like, "Hey, I've got this program that me and some friends are trying to start, and I wanted you to consider running it." So I felt like I owed it to him to at least listen to this idea and hear what they were talking about. And so I went to this meeting at this golf course, and I felt really overwhelmed when I went in the room because there's all these like people that looked like big time executives that were running it. And then they started telling me about this program that they were trying to create that was going to connect young black men and law enforcement, or actually youth of color and law enforcement. It hadn't really boiled down to black men yet. And so I'm sitting here listening, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like a pretty interesting idea. You know, and I thought back to my experiences with Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown, and just as a young black man, like,
the police brutality.
yeah, just seeing all those things, and just my own experience. I was like, you know, and I like working with youth, and especially young men, in particular, just being a young man myself. And so I was like, that sounds like a pretty cool program. And then when I saw the resources that they had, like, you know, one guy was a police officer, and so he was gonna be able to get like police training access for us, and another person did like ropes courses, and so they could have ropes courses for us. I just started to realize you have a few times in your life where very unique opportunities present themselves.
Right.
And in that moment, I realized that a very unique opportunity was being presented to me. And so then my mind started kind of, you know, the gears in my head started like moving, and I started thinking like really deeply about this. And I said, you know what, I gotta talk to my mom as soon as I get out of here. In my head, that's what I was saying. Like, I gotta talk to her and kind of consult, because, you know, she's my manager, right? You know, she's like, you know, she's the MVP, so you gotta call her up and be like, you know, what do you think? Should I do this? And so I was telling them I got this trip to Europe, so I won't be able to do the program, but I could maybe assist in some way. And they were like, do you know somebody else who could run this program for us? And then when they said that, I started thinking, I'm about to give up an opportunity to somebody else, when this is an opportunity that I'm really, really passionate about.
They wanted you to be the person.
Yeah, they were saying, you know, Joe McFerrin, my CEO, was like, this is a teacher, he's really, you know, he's outgoing, he does a lot of projects, you know, with his students, which is why I think he'd be good for this.
Right, and you work with youth already.
I work
that
with
makes
youth a
sense.
lot.
So when you were at this meeting, it was just, you were like the only, you were the main person
and they were like, what do you think about this? Do you think it's feasible? Would you be interested in running it? And so I went from, I gotta talk to my mom about this, to, I don't really care what my mom says, I want to do this. And so I told them, I will cancel this trip to Europe, and I will run this project for you guys for the summer.